Derby time in a Portmore, Derby time in a Kingston, Derby time in a country, Derby time in my league.
Yes, people, welcome out to Jump Hill Fun. It's Derby weekend here at match week 17. And before we jump into the West Kingston Derby, the Portmore Derby, and the relegation battle derby, we're going to look at what's going on in the world of local football news. Okay, so we're going to start with the Senior Reggae boys. You remember that camp they had for their All-Star JPL players last week? Well, they were back again this week to play some matches this time. First up, they played Veer at Glenmuir and won 2-0 before they also beaten Humble Lion in the second match on the day. The big news out of it really, it was the fact that Kaim Dixon goal scoring form continues as he scored in the game against Humble Lion. In other news, Devante Campbell, the talented winger from Mount Pleasant, has returned from his loan in Charlton in England. The big partnership that came about between Mount Pleasant and Charlton already proved dividends, while Devante Campbell was chosen to do a 10-day trial in London. The player is now back and available for Mount Pleasant starting this weekend. In terms of the other news, JPL January transfer market window is now closed. Yes, so the secondary transfer window is now finished as it came to an end yesterday. And the major signings that came out of this January window will be seen as Shaquille Bradford transfer from Waterous to Mount Pleasant, Owain Gardy return from USL to Montego Bay United, and which I think is a big surprise, Kevin Graham moved from Limehall to Dunbeholden. And in the final news though, former Cavalier player Ronaldo Webster is moved from the one of the worst team in North Macedonia to KF's Kedenja, what are the title contenders. So yeah, the player initially was on loan to the bottom team, but you know, they had a purchase option from Cavalier, and when they heard that the top team was coming for him, they took up the option from Cavalier and then they sell on to the top team. So yeah, so that's it for the news in local football at this time. We'll move on to the Max 17 fixtures, and I said to you, it is Derby weekend. So Sunday we will see a big important game happening between bottom of the table Limehall and Treasure Beach. They will kick off this week's round of fixtures at 1 p.m. at Drax Hall. So Limehall will come into this as winless in the last 5, and Treasure Beach will also come into this winless in the last 5. I can't explain the magnitude of this match for both teams. Limehall, as I stated numerous times, yet to win, while Treasure Beach finally got a goal in their defeat to Portmore last week, but they are also just 3 points above Limehall. So for any of them have any chance of staying in the league this season, this is a must win. Limehall, of course, in the reverse fixture at the start of the season, went down 1-0 in St. Elizabeth, but they are the host this time and they have new attacking players in-house, hoping to finally get one over their counterparts. While Treasure Beach, they got to see this as a game to get back into goal scoring form and get them back into touching distance of safety. So again, that is Limehall hosting Treasure Beach at Drax Hall at 1 p.m. this Sunday. To move to that, to the probably one of the biggest derbies of the league, and that is Portmore hosting their fellow St. Catherine relatives Dunbeholden. This will be at 3 p.m. at the Fornita Park, and Portmore, who are in great form, they probably feel away giving up a goal to Treasure Beach last weekend, are on good form, so they have nothing to worry about. While Dunbeholden is in terrible form. They played decent football, the same usual possession football that Lenny Hyde loves to play, but the results are not coming. The goals especially are not coming. So they have some work to do. Both teams did some work in the transfer market, more so Dunbeholden, and they're the one that would need a win here, especially since they're now out of the top 6. And Portmore, of course, we're looking to take the number 1 spot from Mount Pleasant. We're looking for nothing but 3 points here. In the reverse fixture, Dunbeholden lost to Portmore 2-0. So let us see if this will be a repeat of that this time. So that's again Portmore United versus Dunbeholden at 3 p.m. at Fernita Park. Next on the docket is Montego Bay United hosting Veer United. Montego Bay United, with a slew of newcomers into their team, has been playing fairly well, but were snuffed out in a 1-0 defeat to Cavalier last weekend. While Veer has been in some rocky form as of late, and they even lost to the Jamaican senior team in midweek, and will hope to incorporate their new players quickly to try and find some way back up into the playoff contention. So Montego Bay will be hosting here, and surprise, surprise, it will be at Westport Park and not at Catherine Hall, which I find a bit weird, but they go again here where they feel more comfortable. In the reverse fixture, Veer hosted Montego Bay and was able to hold him to a 1-1 draw. But this time I feel if both teams want to catch the top 6, you have to look at this as a must win. So that's again Montego Bay United hosting Veer United 3 p.m. at Westport Park Sunday. As for the defending champions, they'll be also at home at Draxall and they welcome high-flying Mullines United. Mullines United should be buzzing after their important 3-2 win over Humberland last week, while Mount Pleasant should be feeling great as well as they sit on top of the table after their victory last weekend as well. Now, this is a game that will be very interesting. Mount Pleasant should be feeling that they're running into form now and finally have a settled squad after the addition of Bradford, while Mullines, of course, is looking to get far and far away from Treasure Beach and the relegation zone. So, how did it went last time? Well, at Stadium East, Mullines lost 3-1 to Mount Pleasant. So let's see what's going to happen this time, and I will tell you in the prediction after what I feel will happen in this game. So that's again Mount Pleasant hosting Mullines United at Draxall at 3:30 p.m. Sunday. To the final game on Sunday now, which is another big one in my eyes, is Waterous hosting Cavaliers at the Jerusalem Mini Stadium. So Waterous has been rolling off into decent form as of late and got a good important victory against Lima last week, while Cavalier are the meanest defense in the league. Despite their starting 11 is always in rotation, thanks to not a lot of their players going on trial or in the under-20 squad, they still find a way to keep consistently blocking out attackers from their goal. So how will it go this time? Well, if their last meet is anything to go by, where they draw 1-1, I think this matchup will be a close encounter. So again, that is Waterous hosting Cavalier at 4 p.m. at Jerusalem Mini Stadium Sunday. Now we move on to the Monday nighters. Harbour View, who were a bit taken aback by their performance at Arnett last weekend, will come up against Humber Lion. Both teams here needed a win. Humber Lions been not playing their best football as of late and were shocking in their first half against Mullines. Will look to get things going after a good performance in the second half in this match, while Harbourview was also shocking in their first half against Arnett and improved a bit in the second half and hope to carry that form into this game. So this game will be interesting to see how they go, especially if you consider what happened in their previous result. Harbourview at Sabina Park was held to a 2-2 draw to Humber Lion. So this game will be another close encounter. I will tell you what we think the score will be in the prediction at the end. Now to the biggest game of the weekend, which is, and is no surprise which it is, it's the West Kingston Derby and it's Tivoli who are playing to Arnett. Before I get into both teams' recent form, I must admit, as somebody who has been watching the league from the 2000s, I'm sad that Tivoli is not playing this much at their home ground in Tivoli. Those games used to be one of the best when Arnett comes to visit, and the fact that Arnett was able to host the previous match at Anthony Sparling, it would have been nice to see the reverse fixture in Tivoli. But nonetheless, that's how it goes. Hopefully next season that's the case. But anyways, Tivoli is being played fairly well lately, getting back into form and picked up a vital win against Veer last time. While Arnett is slightly sparkling into form. They got some new players and new key starlet up front in Kahim Dixon apparently, and they're looking to really ramp up the table now. They're playing some good football, and if they keep it up, they might just be unstoppable. So again, that will be Tivoli hosting Arnett at Stadium East Complex at Monday night at 7:30. So yeah, people, some great games to look out for this weekend as usual, but it has a bit of extra spice when you consider the derbies that are on hand. So Portmore especially versus Dumo will be something to watch, while of course Tivoli versus Arnett is always a must watch. But can I tell you, the game I'm most interested in is the Lima versus Treasure Beach. I'm curious to see which one really wants to stay in this league. If that game ends in a draw, it's basically curtains for both of them. Anyway, let's get into prediction to see where we go. Last week I didn't do so badly with my predictions. Lima versus Treasure Beach. Treasure Beach finally get a goal scored, while Lima been playing competitive but they can't score. I feel sorry for Lima here. I feel this will be a 1-0 victory for Treasure Beach. Portmore United versus Dunbeholden. Portmore in sparkling form. Dunbeholden playing good football but can't score. I foresee this as another 1-0 win for Portmore over Dunbeholden. Montego Bay United versus Veer. Mobe are very good at home at Westport Park. Veer, I don't think traveled that well. I see this as a 2-1 win for Montego Bay over Vere. More Pleasant as home to Mount Lions. More Pleasant are back in the groove and their attacking is much better with Bradford. While Mount Lions, while they are playing decent and scoring goals, their defense is poor. So I will go with let's see, 3-1 victory for More Pleasant in this one over Mount Lions. Waterous versus Cavalier. Waterous are hit and miss, while Cavalier have the meaning defense. So you know what I think? I think it's another 1-love to Cavalier in this one. For the Monday Nighters, Humber Line versus Harbour View. This one is a hard call. I have no idea what team or formation Reynolds will put out for Humber Line, while Harbour View, while playing better, still have issues in attack now. This might easily be another 1-all draw between the two teams. As for the big match, Tivoli versus Arnett, boy, I foresee a big blowout game for this one. I think it will be Tivoli 2, Arnett 3. And that will honestly be the spectacular viewing for the neutrals. So I can't wait. So yeah guys, that is everything we got here for Match Week 17 preview. It promises to be a good watch and we cannot wait. We're going to close out here to say thank you for watching as usual, and to remind you all to please like, subscribe and share for all things Jamaican Premier League right here at Jamaica Fan. See you guys Tuesday night for the review show. Big up YouTube.